All right, time to staple it. I'm doing my staple on the barb side of the wire right here. So when I release that tension here a little bit, it will not slide back. I checked the post, both braces, they hadn't moved none. The braces are pretty good. I'll nail this line, I'll nail that line, go back up to the pull brace we pulled from, and finish the other post. And we'll bet for y'all guys when we get done nailing it all. Nail them all, okay? This is the brace. Nail every one of them. If it's a metal post, you wouldn't have to, you could skip one probably, but I'll put a nail on every one of these. I put a nail on every one of these, and then I'll wrap this around and put a couple nails on the other side too. So you may have to come in here later and pull it again if it gets loose for some reason. So you don't leave some wire on here to be get a hold on it if you have to tighten it up in 10 years or so. Let's get this one done and go up there. All right, folks, I got it stapled. Now it's time to release the tension. A lot of tension on this. Release the tension, make sure it don't move. The braces, the wire, it all stays put. So now I got to figure out how to do this again. Looks all right to me. The wire's not moving. Well, this come along did pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with it. I like that quick feature there. Took a minute to figure out, but I recommend this come along. I'm gonna go ahead now and just tighten it back up for storage. I'm not gonna need it again probably until next week. So I just tighten it back up. All right, there you go. Tractor Supply come along from Koch, 2-ton puller. Worked as intended, worth the money. Put the cable up for next time. Keep them out of rain, so I'm gonna put them inside the truck. All right, folks, it's getting hot out here now. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and cut my wire, remove this pulling stick or puller, whatever you want to call it. Have enough to wrap around there in case I have to pull in the future. And we'll come back here tomorrow because I got too hot now and got hungry for lunch. And we'll put the T-post clips on, which can be a lot of fun on the wrist. So see y'all tomorrow morning. All right, folks, I've been out here this morning, day 2 of putting the wire up. I've got 11 T-posts and I have already tied 51 T-post clips to the 10 posts. Now I'm here on my last post and I figure I'd give y'all guys a show on how we do it. Ideally, you'd want to put 5 of these T-post clips per post for a field fence. Start at the bottom, work your way up. That way if there's any kinks, it goes up to the top. It all matters on the lay of the land, high spots, low spots. You gotta be careful not to pull it down, and it makes it look uneven. Pull it up, makes it look uneven. You can do a little bit up or down, but step back occasionally and look at it. Make sure that it looks decent. But you don't want to just sacrifice looks for utility, right? So let's go ahead and get this one going here. I'm gonna start on the bottom and work our way up. 5 T-post clips. The bottom one is the hardest one to get on. There's no room. I like to skip 2 on the bottom and go up. I'm using lineman pliers. These are South wires. There's other tools for this, but I find this is the fastest one for me. I am starting to get a blister right here though from twisting. However, I'm only doing 11 a day, so it should be okay. Once I get this one done, we'll move on to something else. Really hard to use gloves when you're doing this because you have to have your fingers a lot. But you see it's going pretty quick now since I got the bottom one done. there you go, folks. This fence is tied. Now, some folks say you can be done now, but what I like to do is I like to come in here with a strand of electric wire, put it up top here. That'll be the next part of this. And what happens is that electric wire prevents cattle from coming up here and rubbing their neck on this. They like to rub their necks on everything. So I used to put barbed wire on top of them, but they like to rub their necks on barbed wire too, believe it or not. So if you put electric wire on it, it is a little bit faster and easier to do, for one. And the cows won't touch it because it's hot. Even if the power's out, they won't touch it because they think it's hot. And I may even come in here and put electric strand of wire in the middle down here. That'll be down the road some if I do end up getting some sheep for this. Because the sheep like to come over here and rub on the fence too. And I'll end up spraying the fence all the time. Because cows like to get down here and get their tongues and push on the wire. And it pushes the wire, stretches it out. Okay, so I'll just come in here with some Roundup and I'll spray it quarterly, whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and get electric wire insulators out. I'll put them on top of here. And we show you guys how it's done. Less than an hour this morning, got 51 or 52 T-post clips installed. Sometimes you have to use 6 per post. It depends on how the post is feeling you, right? Sometimes there's a little bit of a hump or a little bit of bend. It's all about the tightness and slackness of the fence. So you just have to work with it and figure it out on your own. But it's ideally to have one on the bottom, one on the top, and then go out through the middle. So not too bad doing it by myself this time. No help from the son. He's up in the mountains working on all that power and internet and cable destruction they had during the big storm a while back. So he's been up there for a couple weeks now. But I like it pretty good. And also when you're out here working on it, when you're tying it, you need to walk the fence line and make sure there's nothing going on down the road that would affect you when you get to the last post. All right, let's get on it. Let's get some electric wire.